welcome to the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise Teacher of the Year celebration. You know, this is an annual recognition of one outstanding educator from each of the 22 elementary, middle, and high schools in the greater Boca Raton area. But today's event is actually 2 years in the making, as the pandemic sidelined last year's recognition. But as they say, the show must go on. And this year, we're recognizing the 22 winners from 2020 and the 22 winners from 2021. And with that, let's get started by handing it over to event co-chair and past president of the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise, Mr. Tim Sharp.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the 2020 and 2021 Teacher of the Year Award celebration. My name is Tim Sharp, past president of the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise and co-chairman of this event. The Teacher of the Year event began in 1987 as just a dream of Sunrise Rotarian and current Palm Beach County School Board Chairman Frank Barbieri, starting with just 4 teachers from Spanish River High School, Loggers Run Middle School, and Coral Sunset and Whispering Pines elementary schools. Since that time, more than 600 teachers have been awarded this prestigious honor within the greater Boca Raton community. As many of you know, last year's event was canceled due to the COVID-19, but we're excited to now offer this event to celebrate the amazing accomplishments of the selected Teachers of the Year from both 2020 and 2021. I'd like to thank the following individuals for helping to make this event happen. Sunrise Rotarian and co-chairman emeritus Frank Barbieri, Maria Baez, assistant to the school board chairman, James Gravillos, Sunrise Rotarian and CEO of the Education Foundation of Palm Beach County, staff at the Education Network, and the Sunrise Rotarians who work behind the scenes to contribute to this important event. Now I'd like to introduce our current Rotary Club president, Mr. Norman Matus, who will tell us more about Rotary and our club who serves our local community.
Thank you, Tim, and hello, everyone. I'm Norman Matus, president of the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise. Our Rotary Club was chartered in 1982 and became one of the leading clubs in Palm Beach County, Florida. Our diverse group of 60 members come from 10 nations across the world who share a common energy and purpose of practicing Rotary's simple message of service above self. Our mission is to improve the lives of children and families, support education, and assist those in need, all to make a global impact. The support of education is of prime importance to our club and our Rotary Club of Boca Raton's foundation. Our commitment to acknowledgement of the teachers goes back many years, and Rotary International's current theme is Rotary Opens Opportunities. Our scholarship program provides the opportunity for students who are currently attending college and teachers to further their education aspirations by applying for a scholarship. It includes teachers not only attending college, but also those wishing to obtain advanced teacher certifications. To all teachers out there, I encourage you to visit our website to view the details of our scholarship program. To all teachers, we thank you for your dedication, hard work, and passion. Every day you are truly an inspiration to all the children's lives you touch. Your inspiration goes beyond the classroom, as each child's life becomes a reflection of what you've taught them as they march through life to make the world a better place. To the 44 Teachers of the Year for the 2020 and 2021 years, we congratulate you. You have been recognized by your peers as being the best of the best in our 22 greater Boca Raton public, elementary, middle, and high schools. Just keep up the good work. And now, please enjoy the video.
A single act of good can go a long way. It can cross oceans, cure disease, and create equality. As members of Rotary, we are people of action, and our actions have the power to speak loud and clear. Our vision and commitment to finding solutions keeps us connected to those who need it most, changing lives and creating opportunities with our groundbreaking work in education and literacy. There are more kids enrolled in school now than at any other point in human history, which is why supporting teachers is key. In classrooms, our innovative approach creates critical thinkers and big dreamers with the skills to achieve. Our global grants train teachers to use materials, new methods, and technology to inspire and energize students of all ages. We believe education has the power to lift families up, make real change, modify behavior, create healthy habits, and open minds. We believe that education creates security and safety in families so they can support, provide, and make informed, empowered decisions. Your contribution keeps students far and wide connected to a world of good. Every donation is an action that speaks volumes across classrooms, communities, and continents. Because the distance between an act of good and the lives it touches isn't as vast as you might imagine. Learn how you can support the cause that means the most to you.
As you just saw on that videotape, the work of the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise really underscores the Rotary's commitment to education and to educators. The motto of the club is changing lives, building futures, and that's exactly what happens every time these Rotarians recognize and honor the dedication of our teachers, which in turn leads to the success of our students. This event was initiated more than 3 decades ago by Rotarian Frank Barbieri, who also serves as the chairman of the school board of Palm Beach County. Mr. Barbieri launched this program for the Rotary Club in 1987. You know, that was 21 years even before he was first elected to the school board in 2008. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Mr. Frank Barbieri. Frank?
Thank you, Claudia, and welcome, everyone, to the combined 34th and 35th Annual Teacher of the Year Awards celebration. It gives me great pride to be back here honoring our teachers again this year after the pandemic forced the cancellation of this highly anticipated event last year. Because we missed last year, we will recognize 44 outstanding educators this year, our 2020 and our 2021 winners. Teachers, although we are celebrating you virtually rather than in person this year, please know the sentiment is the same. Speaking on behalf of the school board, the Rotary, and as a grandfather with children in our Boca Raton area schools, we are grateful for your dedication and the investments you make day in and day out to our students. You are focused on empowering and enriching students to reach their full potential. I have witnessed your commitment firsthand while visiting your campuses. I'm awestruck by your ability to simultaneously teach students in person and online. It's certainly not easy, and the board and the superintendent acknowledge that. This was a temporary solution born out of unprecedented times intended to accommodate the needs of students and parents. For that and the countless other reasons, I am more grateful than ever to take part in honoring the wonderful teachers being recognized by the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise. I'm also grateful for the outstanding principals joining us tonight. Our principals set the tone and culture on our campuses. As Claudia said, I had the honor and privilege of initiating this program for the Rotary Club in 1987. Little did I know way back then, when I suggested that we start this program, that it would be stronger than ever more than 3 decades later. Although I initiated the program, my fellow Rotary Club members deserve all the credit for its continuation all these years, and I thank all of them for their support of our great public education system. I'm also humbled by the support of our business community, partner organizations, and sponsors. Thank you for recognizing that the investment you are making in our education system is a priceless investment with unlimited dividends. This event raises tens of thousands of dollars each year, which is earmarked by the Rotary Club to provide scholarships to students who are studying to be teachers at Florida Atlantic University, Palm Beach State College, and Lynn University. Scholarships are also available for existing teachers to help cover the cost of obtaining certifications and advanced education degrees. The district's goal is to prepare all students for postgraduate success, and we couldn't do it without all of our talented teachers sharing your knowledge and commitment to success. There are no words adequate to thank you enough, and certainly no bank account large enough to repay you for dedicating your lives to teaching our children. On behalf of the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise and the entire school board of Palm Beach County, the parents, community members, and most importantly, the children who are empowered by you, whose passions are ignited by you, and whose dreams will be realized because you cared enough to dedicate your lives to their service, I sincerely thank you. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce the steadfast leader of this great school district, Superintendent Dr. Donald Fenoy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Barbieri, for that introduction and for your decades-long commitment to honoring our educators. The Rotary's Teacher of the Year recognition that you launched all those decades ago was born out of a sense of passion for public education years before being elected to serve on the school board representing District 5 in 2008. As board chairman, your dedication to our students and staff is unwavering. To our teachers and principals, I echo Mr. Barbieri's praise of you. You are working harder and smarter than ever. Your efforts will benefit students and staff for years to come. You are the very definition of the word nimble. Since March 13th, 2020, when campuses initially closed and distance learning became the necessary mode of instruction, you proved yourself as leaders. You mastered teaching from a Google Classroom while balancing the pandemic-born struggles in your own personal life. Since September 2020, you have been teaching in a blended modality, as Mr. Barbieri mentioned. We all did what was needed, but I am happy to share with you that simultaneous instruction is not planned for the next school year. I anticipate a full return to in-person instruction. That said, the pandemic has been a wake-up call, which made our education system more prepared for crisis situations and more inclusive, flexible, and sustainable. It has forced us all to be innovative in order to ensure the continuation of education for all students. It has also been a driving force in closing the digital divide. As a district, we have placed an internet-connected device in the hands of every student. We have smart boards in every classroom. And with the assistance of the county, municipalities, business partners, and the Education Foundation, we are working to deliver free, high-quality Wi-Fi to students and families in need. This is all part of the district's digital inclusion project, which will include a Wi-Fi mesh that will cover 50 square miles of Palm Beach County. In its first phase, it will deliver free, high-speed internet to 25,000 students. Yes, there have been challenges, but you helped turn them into opportunities. Teachers and principals, you have proven unflappable. Despite the long hours and fatigue, which I'm sure you have experienced, because I know I have. We have all learned lessons from our educators, lessons about dedication, sacrifice, and service derived from a commitment and conviction to educate our students despite any seen or unforeseen barriers put forth by the pandemic. All of the teachers honored tonight by their schools and the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise are also creating a legacy. The imprints that you make on young, informative minds and hearts will last a lifetime. As superintendent and as a father of 2 young children, I am so happy that you chose Palm Beach County as a location to continue your career in education. Because of you and your commitment to ensuring excellence and equity in our classrooms, we are an A-rated school district. Because of you, we watched the district's graduation rate climb to 94.4% for the 2019-2020 school year. In addition to being inspired by our educators, I am grateful to the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise and School Board Chairman Frank Barbieri for launching this event more than 30 years ago. I think I was about 10. I am thankful to the event sponsors who pledged their financial support to our schools and recognize our teachers. Again, to everyone joining us, thank you for all that you do for our schools, our students, and our staff. And now, I'll turn it back over to the beautiful Claudia Shea.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Fenoy and Mr. Barbieri. You know, it really does take a very special person to be a member of the Rotary. Members exhibit a genuine commitment to service, service to the club and service to the community. And perhaps no one embodies that servant's heart more than Boca Raton Sunrise Rotarian James Gavrilos, who also happens to be the president and CEO of the Education Foundation of Palm Beach County. James, please share with us what it's like to be a Rotarian besides dressing really well.
We do this at all of our meetings. It's a black tie only. Being a Rotarian is like nothing else we do. People will talk about service to the community and the amazing charity work Rotary does. We talk about the fun and the fellowship we have with our fellow business and community leaders. But I'll tell you what Rotary Club really means to me. It's exemplified in our 4-way test. We like to say, of all the things we think, say, and do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And is it beneficial to all concerned? Think how differently our community would be if every contract we negotiated, if every business deal we did, if every person with whom we interacted, our family, our neighbors, our schools, our teachers, our colleagues, even our friendly competitors, think how differently our community would be if everyone followed the Rotary four-way test. That's why I'm a Rotarian. It makes better communities, it builds stronger communities, and it brings communities together.
And that's exactly what you're helping us do today. So thank you so much to you, James, and also to the Rotary. And now, with James' help, what we're going to do is get on with the show. We're going to be sharing the names of the esteemed winners of the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise Teacher of the Year for both 2020 and 2021. But let's start with the winners from 2020. You ready?
Here we go.
Here we go. Our first winner today comes from Addison Meisner Elementary School, Nicole Moeller. Miss Moeller is a master literacy specialist whose mission is to develop a love of reading to her students. Miss Moeller strives to create interactive lessons. She infuses yoga, deep breathing, and positive encouragement into the school day. Her dedication does not end at 2 o'clock. She tutors students before and after school on her own time. Miss Nicole Moeller is a product of the Palm Beach County School District. She attended Addison Meisner Elementary as a child with the goal of becoming a teacher there. In the last 10 years at Addison Meisner, she has developed a stellar reputation as a teacher who cultivates academic excellence.
Our next winner hails from A.D. Henderson University School, middle school English teacher Stephanie Anderson. Stephanie is not only an advocate for students and teachers, but serves as an exemplary educator. Her passion to guide students and support teachers goes beyond expectations. Not only is she an exceptional mentor, but her methods in teaching and leadership have become model pillars for innovation and educational impact. The result of a learning environment in which students not only engage and learn, but truly enjoy.
From Boca Raton Elementary School, congratulations to Magnet Coordinator and Resource Teacher Mr. Mark Droughts. This highly motivated teacher regularly states that he just can't wait until he gets to work and to his group of students. He's always championing for them, pushing them to reach greater heights. Always the innovator, Mr. Droughts created a program in which the male students wear a tie on Wednesdays that was donated from various Boca area businesses. Mr. Droughts speaks to the young gentleman about where he got the tie, what the person's occupation was, and how they could aspire to be that as well. Mr. Droughts consistently comes up with new ways to motivate and inspire his students to excel to all that they can be.
From Boca Raton Community High School, the 2020 Teacher of the Year winner is Jordan Hernandez. In 2016, Jordan sponsored a club called We Dine Together, which has garnered national recognition. Since then, he encouraged students to begin the International Cultural Understanding Club. Much like We Dine Together, this club seeks out students who are alone and helps them make a connection to the school. As an educator, Jordan Hernandez is also patient, positive, and a caring man who models the standards he's set and earned the respect of students and faculty. To top it off, Jordan is also the varsity golf coach who has led both the boys and girls golf teams to the Florida State Championship, a first in Boca Raton school history.
Next is Mr. Victor Creighton from Boca Raton Community Middle School. Mr. Creighton is a real inspiration, coming to the school from the private sector. He continuously strives to engage and educate his students, showing them all aspects of the computer programming and technology industry's various career options. With a background in business and finance, Mr. Creighton teaches important lessons in personal finance and investing techniques, including an interactive college-level investing platform called How the Market Works. Victor Creighton has a positive effect on the climate of the entire school, directly impacting learning and student achievement at Boca Raton Community Middle School.
The winner from Calusa Elementary is Jerry Fishman. Some of the adjectives most often used to describe Jerry are energetic, creative, passionate, talented, and driven. Jerry is a lifelong learner who continually seeks new and innovative ways to instruct her students and engage them every day. Jerry's students can't wait to come to school and be with her. Year after year, Jerry teaches in an inclusion setting where she has students with specific individual education plans. She collaborates with other educators to co-teach and facilitate academic goals for these students. Her teamwork and collaborative approach truly encourage her students to reach the goals she set for them.
Next up, Coral Sunset Elementary. The winning teacher is Miss Megan Mooney, who's described as being one of the most innovative and creative educators around. She goes over and above for her students and families, helping her students learn and perform way beyond their highest expectations. Megan's expertise in math has really helped Coral Sunset serve its high-achieving students in the AMP program and push other 5th grade students further in math. She comes in early and stays late at work with her students and reinforces their lessons. You know, she's consistently seen as a leader on campus, one who other teachers seek out in their own journey to become better educators. We're told that Megan is an amazing resource who helps Coral Sunset students be the best that they can be.
Now to Del Prado Elementary, where Miss Anna Balboni is being praised as the type of teacher every principal would love to have on staff. She is described as a lifelong learner who readily shares her knowledge with others. She is patient, kind, understanding, and values all students and the contributions they make to the world around them. What stands out most is Miss Balboni's dedication and commitment to her children. Her class is made up of students with varying exceptionalities, as well as students whose first language is not English. She works hand in hand with other teachers to make sure the students are provided with the best education possible. Miss Balboni looks for solutions rather than complaining about problems. She is the teacher everyone depends on. Most of all, she puts children first.
And now on to Don Estridge High-Tech Middle School, where Mrs. Stephanie Lipinskis is being honored for her passion and enthusiasm of educating students through real-world experiences. Examples include Growing Beyond Earth, in-classroom botany experiments with NASA, career connections, including a video chat with a scientist and another chat with a NASA engineer. Miss Lipinskis really sponsored one of the school's SECME teams, and that was very exciting. She's also organized a Girl Engineers of Tomorrow field trip at a local high school, and she did that to inspire young ladies to consider opportunities in engineering and STEM. Stephanie coordinated a field trip to the Solid Waste Authority, and she did that to expand students' understanding of the recycling and foster enthusiasm about conservation. Stephanie sets a positive example to her colleagues and is transferring the love of learning to all of her students.
From Eagles Landing Middle School, we honor Kendra Grimaud, dubbed one of the school's and community's most important and valuable assets. She specializes in motivating struggling readers to become proficient on the FSA. Her gift as an educator is her ability to inspire her students to succeed. Her students know that they are more than just test scores in her eyes. They trust her because she sincerely cares about them. Her students consistently demonstrate growth in reading. They work for her, they try, and they succeed. Kendra has created a safe, family-like atmosphere in her classroom where her students feel comfortable learning, and it shows. She is one of those rare teachers that is able to pass her love of reading on to her students, and it shows through their improvement and development. Kendra is truly something special.
Mrs. Erica Dunley takes on a variety of leadership roles, including being a voluntary lead mentor for new teachers. She has also been the Building Better Readers Liaison, a role in which she works with members of the community to reinforce early reading skills among first and second graders. One of the attributes admired by Mrs. Dunley is her ability to make learning fun. Not a week goes by when there aren't exciting things happening in her classroom. When describing her, colleagues use words like kindness, compassion, respect, admiration, upbeat, and positive. Mrs. Dunley is a teacher who truly cares about her students and is constantly striving to become the best instructional leader she can be.
At J.C. Mitchell Elementary, we honor Mrs. Kathy Brader, who has more than 30 years of experience as a primary teacher. Mrs. Brader is one of the most dedicated and conscientious educators on campus. She consistently seeks to discover better ways to help all students excel. Mrs. Brader's talents as an educator is evident as she always presents her lessons in exciting and captivating ways. She is a team player who is highly respected by the school's administration, her students, their parents, and her fellow educators. Kathy Brader is a shining star, and the learning community of J.C. Mitchell Elementary is proud of all her accomplishments.
Our next winner is Miss Myrna Arroyo Casillas from Loggers Run Middle School. She really embodies the definition of exemplary teaching. She works exceptionally well with her ELL students and has the highest percentage of ELL gains for the past several years. Her efforts are a tremendous help in bridging the cultural gap and are instrumental in the success of all students. She has a model classroom, and her professionalism and ability to provide data-driven instruction and delivery is always on point. In addition to all she does for her students, she's also very involved with the school staff. She is a new teacher leader and coaches her peers in developing and improving instructional best practices. The Loggers Run Middle School community is very fortunate to have Miss Arroyo Casillas.
At Olympic Heights High School, Mrs. Deborah Posner is honored for consistently pushing her students to the highest level, while having patience and compassion throughout her teaching. She provides students with every opportunity for success. Mrs. Posner is an administrator's dream, conscientious, flexible, determined, organized, and always ready to accept another assignment. Her students thrive in a stimulating atmosphere of acceptance and respect. Expectations are high, and the students rise to meet them. Deborah is actively involved. She was the sponsor for the award-winning Model UN, Samaritans 365, and the We the People organization, among others. Deborah's warm personality and genuine concern for others are traits that serve her well, as she leads 19 teachers as the chair of the English department. Her energy and dedication to the profession are gifts that she willingly gives to her colleagues as well as her students.
And now to Omni Middle School, where Mr. Castillo has been a band director for the past 30 years. During that time, he's demonstrated the qualities of a consummate educator. He's such a professional. He nurtures academic and artistic growth in all of his students. This is evident in the classroom and in the creative accomplishments of his students. As an art instructor, he consistently inspires his students, provides vision for all of their accomplishments, and facilitates their learning needs. His colleagues regard him highly for his creativity, as well as his ability to motivate his peers. Mr. Castillo is a knowledgeable educator who remains abreast of emerging trends and techniques in the music business. This uniquely gifted instructor truly enriches, nurtures, and inspires creativity in all of those budding artists who will be leaders of tomorrow.
Sandpiper Shores Elementary School teacher, Miss Amanda Kennedy, has very high expectations for her students. She is nurturing and supportive in her instruction, but at the same time, she pushes students to think and work hard. As a result, her kindergarten students are very excited about learning and eagerly rise to the challenge. Mrs. Kennedy pours her heart and soul into educating her students. She establishes a relationship with her students and their families. She builds a community in which every child feels valued and accepted. The students know the expectations and boundaries, and they thrive from the structure and support she provides. Mrs. Kennedy teaches from the heart and has earned a stellar reputation among parents and her peers. She readily lends her expertise to help in any area that she can. She is the leader of the kindergarten grade team and most notably is truly in this profession for the children.
And now to Spanish River High School, where we are honoring Mrs. Samantha Hernandez. Her spirit is one that just can't be matched. She exudes such love and compassion for all of her students. She sets her standards high and works tirelessly with every student. Her passing rates for AP Psychology and A Psychology are between 30 and 50% higher than the national average. Mrs. Hernandez also has a big impact with students outside of the classroom. She encourages students to be involved in clubs and activities on campus. She serves as the vice president of the We Dine Together organization. Mrs. Hernandez collaborated with other district teachers to create a foundation dedicated to eradicating bullying behavior and isolationism within high schools. It's not often that you find an educator such as Mrs. Hernandez. She has the ability to get students to believe in themselves while setting their sights on mastering high-level, rigorous content. Her impact is felt throughout the campus.
Now to Sunrise Park Elementary. where Mrs. Sandy Wunton is hailed as a phenomenal team player and an instructional leader who works extremely hard to support the children. She is that teacher who capitalizes on every opportunity to connect and work with her students who need extra help. Her peers adore her ability to get down to business and her innate ability to plan lessons which meet her students' diverse needs. She will deliver holiday presents, donated food, and school supplies to families to ensure that students' basic needs are met and that they are set up for success. Sandy also helps manage the Blessings in a Backpack program, which provides weekly snacks and meals for students in a non-conspicuous manner. Sandy's giving and loving heart is present in everything that she does. Mrs. Wunton is a passionate advocate for the students and their families.
And now on to Verde K-8, where we meet Miss Christina Stansel. She's being honored as an amazing educator who has unwavering support for her students, their families, and really the overall betterment of the school. Christina is always willing to take on some of the neediest students, both academically and socially. Not only are her instructional practices sound, but the way she ensures that her students' social needs are met is done with uncanny ease. In her classroom, students are engaged and they're being provided with the foundation to be successful, not only in school, but also in their lives. Christina also serves as a mentor to many university students who are completing their internships. She helps to mold the next generation of teachers, including some who've become teachers at Verde K-8. That is a powerful legacy. Her constant desire to ensure that the school community's needs are met is what makes Miss Christina Stansel so extraordinary.
At Water's Edge Elementary, Mrs. Elizabeth Gressick has a deep understanding of the third grade curriculum, and she also understands the diverse learning styles of her gifted students. She uses her knowledge to provide hands-on opportunities for her students in all content areas. Each year, Mrs. Gressick connects with a third grade class in another country. Her students write to their international pen pals throughout the year. As a technology trailblazer, Mrs. Gressick uses every opportunity to infuse technology into her lessons. She understands how to make connections with them so that they make gains in reading and math. Mrs. Gressick creates an environment where her students are encouraged and supported so that they feel safe to take risks, make mistakes, and work through meaningful struggles. The other teachers also rely on her expertise and coaching capacity, as well as her can-do attitude.
At West Boca Raton High School, Miss Amanda Wanberg is lauded for her work teaching high school biology and genetics. She has done incredible work fostering a love for science. Ms. Wanberg's instructional techniques have led her to great success working with all of her children, especially the most challenging students. She's become avid trained, is a Google certified instructor, and a technology trailblazer to stay current with tools to engage her students. She also uses data to track her students and also to make adjustments in the ways in which she teaches. Miss Wanberg is an active member of our campus community. She coaches various sports, girls soccer, and golf. She collaborates with other educators as a new teacher mentor and lead genetics teacher and develops curriculum with academic planning for ESC and ESOL students. Miss Wanberg is a remarkable teacher who goes above and beyond every day for her students.
And to Whispering Pines Elementary we go to honor Miss Karina Constantine. She is described as an outstanding educator, a self-starter who takes the initiative to find new and innovative ways to assist her students in overcoming challenges. She teaches students with autism spectrum disorder, some of whom are nonverbal. Mrs. Constantine helps her students communicate using a variety of tools, including Chromebooks. She is Whispering Pines' first trailblazer. She is also working on her doctorates in teaching and learning, specializing in autism and ESO, and has already been published and recognized for her work in the field. She approaches instruction from a creative and innovative perspective, looking and researching different ways that she can engage her students and help them to further their academic success.
And there you have it. What a great group. Let's give a nice round of applause to all of these wonderful teachers nominated in 2020. Really great work, everyone.
Well done. And speaking of doing nice work in our community, this event would not be possible without the generous support of our sponsors. Let's give a shout out today to thank those who made this event and honoring these teachers possible. Our friends at Office Depot, United Healthcare, the Beacon Group, Call for Health and the indomitable Joe Porras, Light Bulbs Unlimited, DeMello Architecture, Guaranteed Rate, the Golden Bell Foundation of the Greater Boca Raton Chamber of Commerce, PC Professor, Corporate Property Services, the Rotary Club of Boca Raton, and a group I know a little something about, the Education Foundation of Palm Beach County. Speaking of our sponsors in Office Depot, it's my pleasure to introduce the one, the only, the irrepressible, from Office Depot, Alex Price.
Thank you so much, James. Again, I'm Alex Price with Office Depot, and I got to tell you, what we're celebrating tonight speaks to the heart of what we care most about at our organization. You know, with empowering education being our community passion, and having been founded and calling Boca Raton our home for so many years, this is what we care about most, and we're here tonight to say thank you. Now, as a dad of soon-to-be 4 children in Boca Raton Public Schools, let me just tell you personally, thank you so much. We all know this has been the hardest year on record for teaching. The challenges, the stress, the constant having to adapt. And boy, have you stepped up to the challenge. To all of our winners tonight, who are receiving much, much deserved accolades and praise, nothing we can do tonight will ever be sufficient to say thank you. So on behalf of our whole community, and in particular, the Office Depot family, let us pause and just express our deepest gratitude for your heart to serve and for all you've done for our children. Just know that your homegrown school supply company, we're here for you if you ever need us. We love you, and we wish you all the best as you close out this year and the year to come. Thanks again, and back to you, James.
Thank you, Alex. Always inspiring to have you with us. It's my pleasure now to introduce Chuck Stout from the Golden Bell Foundation. Boca Raton believes in education. The Greater Boca Raton Chamber of Commerce is committed to education as exemplified in their creation and sustaining this amazing group. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Golden Bell Foundation, Mr. Chuck Stout.
Hello, I'm Chuck Stout. As chairman of the Boca Chamber's Golden Bell Education Foundation, and on behalf of the Boca Chamber's CEO, Troy McClellan, it is an honor to partner with the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise and support this amazing event recognizing the Boca Raton Teachers of the Year. We believe in the need to keep supporting our teachers as much as possible as they educate the future generations and our future workforce. The Golden Bell Education Foundation was started in 1991 to help the public school teachers of Boca Raton. Known as Golden Bell, the foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit corporation that is celebrating its 30th year of supporting the Boca Raton public school system. We have granted over $1.7 million since its inception and have impacted 800,000 students in grades K through 12. This past year, with COVID-19, schools have had to greatly adjust to continue educating students in the best way possible. We are proud of each principal, teacher, and administrator who are doing their best to keep our Boca Raton schools A-rated. The mission of Golden Bell is not possible without those who generously donate. Our partners, sponsors, and individual donors have helped us continue making our schools in Boca Raton A-rated, and our Young Entrepreneurs Academy students, the future leaders of tomorrow. Golden Bell will continue to support the local public schools of Boca Raton for many years to come. We believe in what teachers are doing to help the next generation. Thank you to all the teachers for what you do to educate our children, and congratulations to those teachers receiving special recognition this evening.
Thank you, Chuck, and thank you to the Golden Bell Foundation, which has supported our teachers year after year.
And now it's that time. Why don't we go ahead and meet the Boca Raton Sunrise Teachers of the Year winners for 2021. First off the list of honorees is Mrs. Lauren Jones from Addison Meisner Elementary. Mrs. Jones is the ESE support facilitator for second grade students with learning disabilities and also supports the school's students with autism. Mrs. Jones is described as a genius in her ability for creating and implementing behavior plans for students with behavioral challenges. She is well respected by her peers, is the epitome of a team player, and is considered a valuable resource for all things related to positive behavior supports and social skills. Mrs. Jones goes above and beyond to make her students have a successful educational experience. With a passion for teaching, reading, and developing her students' confidence in the subject, Mrs. Jones truly exemplifies the term special educator.
From A.D. Henderson School, meet Mrs. Robin Barkis, who teaches 9th grade biology and environmental science. Mrs. Barkis' students have a 100% passing rate on the state end-of-course biology exam. Many students pursue undergraduate degrees in biological science thanks to the spark Mrs. Barkis ignites within them. In fact, one of her students won an international prize at the Molecular Frontiers Conference. Mrs. Barkis and the students traveled to Stockholm to receive the award. Robin is the sponsor of the Model United Nations and Science Olympiad Club. She coordinates the science fair. Most of all, her ability to connect and communicate using a student-centered approach fosters academic curiosity in her students and personal growth. Through Mrs. Barkis' example, each of her students learns character traits such as perseverance and grit.
At Boca Raton Elementary, hats off to Miss Joby Bailey, the school's math coach, resource teacher, and a valuable part of the administrative leadership team. Miss Bailey is always positive and has a very strong work ethic. In her role as a resource teacher, Miss Bailey works diligently to ensure her students are successful. As a math coach, she collaborates with both classroom and tutorial teachers. She creates small groups, organizes materials for lessons, organizes math incentive programs, and leads a Saturday tutorial program. Miss Bailey consistently creates new ways to motivate and inspire her students and colleagues to excel in all that they do. Miss Bailey is highly committed to student success. She analyzes our math data to help students achieve, and she works with both teachers and students based on individual needs. She's been a vital part of increasing student achievement and learning gains at Boca Raton Elementary School.
Moving on to Boca Raton Community High School, where teacher Megan Urbanek is being recognized for her keen devotion to her students. Megan creates individualized educational opportunities for her students, all of whom are diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder and all have different skill levels. Megan is responsible for teaching Access English, Access Algebra, Access Integrated Science, Access U.S. History, and Preparation for Adult Living. In order to provide the best education possible for her students, Megan collaborates with other teachers, speech and language therapists, occupational therapists, and paraprofessionals. She develops and utilizes a variety of instructional techniques to meet the diverse needs of each student while also cultivating positive relationships with the students, parents, and district staff.
Meanwhile, at Boca Raton Middle School, Ms. Rebecca Santoline is making a name for herself as a 7th grade science teacher who has a remarkable ability to make her lessons enriching, creative, challenging, and fun. At the beginning of the current school year, Ms. Santoline spent hours of her personal time utilizing the tools in Google to develop an exciting, user-friendly array of sites, online lessons, teaching materials, and activities to ensure that students would continue to receive the best science education possible, whether they were returning to school in person or remaining virtual. Then she readily helped her peers who asked for assistance. Rebecca strives to attend any sporting event or performance of any of her students who invite her. She also rocks some of the most fashionable masks and mask accessories at the school.
The staff at Calusa Elementary has chosen Jamie Shantz to represent them as this year's Boca Raton Rotary Teacher of the Year. As a teacher of exceptional student education, Jamie connects with her students and truly knows what she needs to do to ensure they succeed in their educational goals, as well as socially and emotionally. Jamie is a lifelong learner and continually finds new, innovative ways to instruct her students while providing just the right balance of support and encouragement. Jamie works collaboratively with her colleagues and has developed an especially close working relationship with the other teachers in the school.
And now over to Coral Sunset Elementary, where Mrs. Elizabeth Lean is being dubbed a rock star in the classroom, for her team, and as a staff member. She is so creative with her teaching style and ensuring success with distance learners through Google Classroom and her Google Meets. Her students simply can't wait to return to the Google Classroom or in person the next day to see what she has next for them. Her innovative ideas and lessons are shared with the staff regularly, which has really helped them engage not just in her classroom, but all 3rd through 5th grade classes. Mrs. Lean always has her students' best interests at heart. She is the first to notice any difference in a student that may affect their educational or social well-being and will reach out to ensure all of her students get the help that they need. Mrs. Lean tutors and volunteers for all school events and is a huge part of the Colusa Elementary School family.
At Del Prado Elementary, Mrs. Kelly Urbano has served as the Exceptional Student Education Coordinator for more than 10 years. During this time, Mrs. Urbano has facilitated countless meetings in order to ensure that each student receives the support he or she needs in order to be successful. She has the ability to use her skills, compassion, knowledge, and understanding to benefit our students, staff, parents, and community. Mrs. Urbano tailors her instruction for each child and is 100% vested in their academic, social, and emotional achievements. With 22 years in education, Mrs. Urbano is a lifelong educator and champion of all children who has earned the respect and love of our entire staff. She is the heartbeat of Del Prado and has created a legacy that will last for years to come.
Moving on now to Don Estridge High-Tech Middle School, where Thomas Simone is being hailed as an innovative teacher and recognized leader. Mr. Simone contributes his ideas, time, and efforts to the professional growth and needs of the entire school. He is well respected by the staff and is known for his way that he greets his students very warmly every day. During class change, you'll likely see him in the hallways with his students asking one-on-one review questions prior to them entering into his classroom. He is very motivated and works at a very high professional level all of the time.
At Eagles Landing Middle School, Dr. Allison Nelson exemplifies just how impactful a teacher can be for the students, staff, and community. Dr. Nelson is continuously learning and has developed a foundation of success which has earned her a great reputation. As a student, if you have landed a seat in one of Dr. Nelson's classes, it is considered an honor. She is masterful in garnering student interest by applying mathematics to real-world concepts. The result? A perfect pass rate percentage for the 2016 to 2020 end-of-course exams for Algebra 1 and Geometry. In her own words, "I learn just as much from my students as they learn from me, which is why I love what I do so much. No one is more excited each year at getting a new group of students than Dr. Nelson."
Now on to Hammock Point, where Miss Alana Copeland teaches kindergarten, and she teaches it every day. She hasn't missed a single day of work in 11 years. Miss Copeland takes the time to build strong bonds with parents and her students. Her colleagues describe her as a team player, kind, thoughtful, and positive. Miss Copeland is a teacher who really cares about her students and is constantly striving to become the best instructional leader she can be. She has nothing but the highest expectations for her students and for herself. Her ability to adapt to meet the needs of her diverse learners in her classroom is simply phenomenal.
Now on to J.C. Mitchell Elementary, where we meet Miss Sarah Folk, who is called an exceptional and passionate educator, a leader among her peers, and a strong catalyst for positive change. Miss Folk has taught students with a wide range of academic and behavioral needs. Currently, she serves as a 5th grade teacher, the School Advisory Council Chair, and lead mentor for the new Teacher Support Program, and is the school's Wi-Fi warrior. Ms. Folk helped develop the school's detailed tutorial program for some of the most challenged learners. As a result, 80% of the students involved increased their performance on the 2019 Florida State Assessment, and the school earned the letter grade of an A. Ms. Folk is called a talented educator and a shining star at J.C. Mitchell.
The 2021 winner from Loggers Run Middle School is ESE teacher Diana Scala. Diana is described as an exemplary educator who is always going above and beyond for her students as well as their families. She meets with her students before school, during her planning period, and on weekends to provide extra support where and when it's needed. Diana is constantly looking for new and engaging ways to present material to her students just to be sure that they continue to learn and develop. She also helps to educate their parents as well by providing support, tools, and resources that they can use at home to reinforce the lessons. Ms. Scala is full of heart, passion, and dedication. She believes her presence at school is essential to her students' success.
At Olympic Heights High School, when you walk into Mrs. Brehammer's class, you immediately sense that you are in a special place. You can feel the atmosphere of cooperation and respect that exists by observing how the students interact with their teacher. Marta Cheval Brehammer has a warm personality, and her students thrive in a stimulating atmosphere of trust and acceptance. Although expectations are high, the students rise up to them. Marta's high energy and passion for her profession allow her to make learning fun. Marta is admired by her colleagues, supported by her parents, and adored by her students. She is an outstanding professional and an asset to the Olympic Heights Community High.
Omni Middle School teacher Amy Brooks is our next honoree. Ms. Brooks pursues excellence, fosters growth in students that she teaches, and inspires the faculty of the reading department through her meaningful contributions to students at school. Amy believes in her work as an educator, demonstrating concern for the academic, artistic, and social well-being of all of her students. Ms. Brooks consistently demonstrates the ability to set challenging objectives for herself and her students. She has added a rigor to the curriculum of intensive reading. Through her unique perspective of teaching, Ms. Brooks also has provided the vision and knowledge that has transformed a teacher-led environment into a student-empowered environment.
We are told Sandpiper Shores Elementary School's Jacqueline Steinberg is a top-notch educator who pours her heart and soul into teaching her students. Mrs. Steinberg was a technology trailblazer before the district had the program. She eagerly embraces technology in her classrooms, which enhances the students' learning. She has high expectations of her students. They know that she cares about them, and they thrive from the understanding and support she gives them. Mrs. Steinberg cultivates close relationships with the students and their families. Her communication skills are exceptional. Parents feel very comfortable discussing all issues with her. She receives many requests year after year because of her stellar reputation.
At Spanish River High School, the Teacher of the Year is Miss Rachel Ostrow, whose drive and determination simply cannot be matched. She exudes such love and compassion for all of her students. She sets her standards high. In fact, her passing rates for the U.S. History End of Course exam are among the highest in the district. She has impacted classrooms across the district by collaborating closely with colleagues at other schools, sharing her strategies for success. She's a valued member of the school's administration team. You'll often find Miss Ostrow at various sporting events on campus supporting her students. She understands her relationship with her students is the single most important factor to their success. Her students love her.
Over to Sunrise Park Elementary, where Miss Rhonda Falk is being recognized for her innovative approach to teaching and learning. Rhonda works hard to develop and execute quality lessons. As a teacher of all subject areas, Rhonda works to infuse social studies and science content within the literacy and writing block. She is a powerful and creative force in the classroom. Critical thinking and collaboration are two elements that are always prominent in Miss Falk's third grade classroom. Thinking out of the box and forging powerful relationships with both her students and parents comes naturally to Miss Falk. Her smiling face can be seen at most after-school and weekend community events. Miss Falk is a truly dedicated Sunrise Park team player.
At Verde K-8, let's meet Ms. Kathy Archer, an outstanding educator who teaches kindergarten with passion and commitment that can be seen in everything she does. Ms. Archer has played a vital role in effective implementation of inclusion practices on campus. Through Ms. Archer's hard work, she has helped to build a strong foundation with some of her most struggling readers of the year. While doing so, she's taken groups of students with very different backgrounds and ability levels and created a sense of acceptance in her classroom. Her knowledge of the curriculum is one of her greatest strengths. Not only is she preparing her students academically, but she makes them accountable for their actions. Ms. Archer is definitely providing her students with a strong foundation and setting them up for success.
Over at Water's Edge Elementary, Mrs. Christina Farraco takes teaching and learning to a whole new level. She plans lessons that require her 5th grade students to think critically and solve real-world problems through hands-on exploration. In addition to challenging students, she also meets the diverse needs of her students in small group lessons that are geared toward personalized learning. Mrs. Farraco is also dedicated to mentoring new teachers. She observes lessons, provides feedback, modeling lessons, co-planning, and problem solving. Mrs. Farraco also serves as the 5th grade professional learning community facilitator. Her team relies on her ability to analyze data, align standards-based instruction, and plan highly effective teaching strategies to increase student achievement.
At West Boca Raton High School, Miss Holly Klein is being recognized for her encouraging and upbeat approach to learning. She makes each student feel like the most important person in the class. She's patient, highly organized, and her activities are well thought out and interesting. From current events to mundane grammar activities, Miss Klein always has an activity to make the process fun and meaningful. Currently, Miss Klein teaches Cambridge ACE students in her general paper classes. She builds upon the skill set of the individual student, and it really is amazing to see the progress they make. Plus, she can boast of a 97% pass rate on the International ACE exam. Perhaps the best accolades come from former students who always inquire about Miss Klein and remember her with fondness as a teacher who left a major impression on their lives.
Last, but definitely not least, at Whispering Pines Elementary, the Teacher of the Year honor goes to Mrs. Cheryl Solon, an educator who is described as dependable and positive. She has embraced and excelled at simultaneous teaching this year. Mrs. Solon brings ideas to the table and works collaboratively with administration and with her teammates to provide the best and most rigorous instruction. Her grade 4 team has blossomed under her leadership. She fosters a culture of trust and teamwork. She also has high expectations of her students. Mrs. Solon is skilled in analyzing the needs and interests of her students and using that information to plan and implement engaging and rigorous lessons. She is a self-starter who takes the initiative to find new and innovative ways to help students overcome challenges and be successful. Mrs. Solon is an exemplary teacher.
We really do extend our heartfelt congratulations to every one of these wonderful teachers. Truly, it is their dedication and passion that form the foundation for our children's success.
You know, ancient Greece left a lot of legacies to the modern world. Democracy, the concept of freedom, medicine. Today, doctors still take the Hippocratic Oath. But there's one legacy that I wish we had kept. You see, in ancient Greece, doctors, lawyers, they were there and they were important. But the highest profession you could be in ancient Greece was a teacher. The role of teacher had significance that far outshone every other profession. Interestingly enough, when the great Socrates, the philosopher, was executed by the state, his enemies trumped up charges. He wasn't tried on treason or on theft or anything else. They tried him on being a bad teacher. That's how important teaching was to the ancient world. If this last year has taught us anything, it's the importance of teachers and the role they play in the lives of our children. We said this is the Rotary Teacher of the Year celebration. Maybe we should make this the Year of the Teacher celebration. Our teachers are heroes in our community. And to all 44 winners tonight, from the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise, the school district, all of our sponsors, we can't congratulate, or more importantly, thank you enough.
And we'll be thanking you again next time, same place. So thank you again, teachers, for doing everything you do in the classroom, and have a great night.